A couple of months ago, I was at this driving course that my school required me to go to, and I was sitting down with my friends at the time, and we were having a lunch break, and there was a lot of us. There was a big group of us. There was about 10, I think, and we sat there for a couple of minutes. We were having good wee chat, nice wee conversation, and then silence befell the group for a tiny bit, and one by one, I saw each person reach into their pocket and pull out their phone and start scrolling. And I'm just sat there bewildered, just them staring at their phones and scrolling. And I just look around at the group and it's everyone. And I look around the whole big room. We're in this huge room and it's like my whole year level at this thing because it's a driving course, so makes sense. But yeah, I'm looking around at the entire room and everyone's doing the same thing. They're looking at their phones. Look at the people that are around you, and you're on a phone. It was at that point I decided I'd had enough, and I just got up and went and walked over to the other friends that I had, and they were actually interacting with each other. And they weren't on their phones, they were just talking. How are we at a point that our dopamine receptors are so fried that we have to pull out our phones when we're around other people? We can't deal with silence, so we have to pull out our phone. This is just, it's horrible to me that this is the way our generation has become. You see it everywhere. Teens walking around and they're together in groups and they're on their phones, or they've got a drinking or vape in hand. They can't handle social situations without having some sort of escape. I don't get it, man. It is so wrong. We don't want to be like this. We don't want to be in a huge social situation and be the one scrolling on our phone. There are people around you and they want to talk. And most of the time, this is the case. And you can't do that when you're on your phone. If we don't fix this dependency on our phones, we will suffer. And not only will we suffer, so will the people that we love, our family, our future wife, our children, our friends. Everyone who we come into contact with will suffer because we won't be able to show our presence. Without our presence, our loved ones will feel underappreciated and as if what they're saying doesn't matter to you. That is a terrible, terrible thing to do. Think about it from their perspective. They're talking to you, and you're too busy scrolling on your phone. It also negatively affects you because you can learn things from people, but it is impossible to learn from these conversations unless you are present and you're not scrolling on your phone. You can't learn without your presence. So we need to fix this now, sooner rather than later. And it's vital that we do it, because if we don't, we're going to miss out on so much from our loved ones, and we're going to make them feel like they're undervalued. Believe it or not, there are people that actually want to talk to other people and express their feelings, thoughts, and opinions. There are people that want to speak with other people, that are actually present. We want to become one of these people, and we want to have conversations with people like this. But in order to do that, we've got to get off our phones when we're in public and in social situations. So how are we able to get rid of this dependence on our smartphones or alcohol or vaping in social situations? Well, my first method I'd like to propose to you is meditation. Meditation allows you to be more present as it is. You already live more in the moment when you meditate, but it also makes you more mindful of other people and how you impact others. If you know how your presence affects other people, and you're actually thinking about other people, you're less likely to pull out your phone in a public situation when people are talking to you. The second method I'd like to say is to delete all the apps that cause you to go on your phone when you're in public. So all the social media apps, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, everything, delete them. Without these apps on your phone, there's no reason for you to pull it out in the first place. Because of this, it makes it way easier to just not do it, because there's no reason for you to do it. There's no apps on there that'll give you that instant gratification you're looking for. So you just stay in the conversation. The last method I'd like to mention is leaving your phone behind somewhere. Don't bring your phone with you in a social situation if possible. Put your phone, leave it at your house, leave it in your car, leave it on the table in another room, leave it in your co-worker's drawer, whatever. Just put it somewhere where it's out of reach and you can't access it. If you don't have your phone on you, you can't use it. Same thing with your vapes and everything. You can't access it if you don't have it. Vapes may be a bit different, but I'm just going to talk about phones in this example. If you don't have your phone, you can't access it. I know there's the fear here that there might be an emergency. And sure, there may be an emergency, but it's a very rare occurrence. Once every couple years, maybe. It depends, I don't know. Emergencies can happen at any time. But having your phone as an excuse to have it in the middle of an emergency, when you can literally just grab it after. Sure, if you got a pregnant wife at home, that's different, obviously. But like, if you know that there's not anything urgent happening, leave your phone. You don't need your phone in a social situation. Think about it. This person is giving you their time, and they're expressing their thoughts, feelings, and opinions. So you should respect that and actually take in what they're saying. Even if it's trivial, they're still taking time out of their day to talk to you. At the end of the day, they're another human being. So you need to give them the respect that they deserve. Your loved ones would much rather have your full attention for a shortened period of time, let's say an hour, than your sort of scattered attention for a much longer period, around maybe 6 hours even. This is because when you're able to be fully loving, your children will feel that. Think about it like this. You've probably spent time with your father or your mother throughout an entire day. In the first couple hours, they're extremely loving and passionate, and they show their presence. But as the day goes on, they become a bit more distant throughout the day. It's because it is incredibly hard to maintain presence for so many hours of the day. Your loved ones would much rather that you have your presence for a shorter period of time with them, and you know your purpose and work on your purpose, than you just be with them for a long time and not have a purpose and only show love for like a smaller period of time. As a masculine man in a relationship, it matters more about the quality of time we are spending with our loved ones than the quantity of it. And that's just a fact for all people. You'd rather have quality time with your loved ones than just a bunch of it, and it'd just be sort of, you're just sitting there on your phones. If we know our mind is not going to be able to be present, we should communicate this with our loved ones. For example, let's say your mother comes into your room. She says, "Do you want to go for a walk?" Let's say, for example, you're a YouTuber and you're working on making a YouTube video. You're like halfway through writing a script. Your mum comes in and asks this question, and you do want to go for the walk with your mother because you want to spend time with her, right? But you know that if you leave now, you're not going to be able to be present with her because you're just going to have the work on YouTube in your mind. If that is your true purpose at the moment, you're just going to be like thinking, "Oh, I really need to work on the video, I need to finish the script." And you're not going to be able to be fully present with your mother. If instead of going for the walk now, you say to your mother, "I really want to go for the walk, right? I'll go later with you because I want to be fully present, and I know that I can't be present at the moment because I'm working really hard on this script, and I want to get it done before I can focus with you and be with you." Your mother will respect you, and she will love you very much for this, and she will think her son is a very wise man that understands that quantity of time is more important than quality. Quality of time is more important than quantity, and she will feel honored to have a son like this. Anyway, my challenge to you is to not take your phone out the next time you're in a social interaction, no matter how hard you want to. If you are able to do this consistently, I'll have immense respect for you. But if you fail to do something like this, you will not have my respect. I hope you found value in this video, and I hope you enjoyed and understood what I was saying. I love you all very much. Now stop consuming and go create.